Yugen is very much a reinterpretation of when Harry meets Sally. The author literally says it's about the whole idea that the film produces, where it's about two people falling in love after just randomly meeting each other. But it's much more in depth because the author is very vulnerable. Each of the characters are male lead and the female lead are kind of her own reflection of different personality traits. Josh is very much the straight-laced person who is like herself, like she needs everything to be perfect for her to fall in love, while Ari is that bisexual side of herself that is very chaotic and a mess and disastrous and wants everything to be just have fun for the fun of it. And so in that point, it's really fascinating to see these two characters who are so distinct from each other, but are so well researched and written in such a clear capacity because it is very much close to the author. And that way, I loved it so much because you could really feel how the author, because they're just being so vulnerable in writing these characters in a way that shows that side of herself. So I would highly recommend it if you're interested in a really clear and honest point of view of two distinct personalities and showing them in the best of light and also the worst of light. But they're being honest and vulnerable, and it's a really raw and impact. So I for me, it was a delight because I got to see these characters be vibrant and live, and they were beautifully vivid for me because the author was so vulnerable in showing these darkest elements of themselves. And they were horrible, but they're horrible in an honest way. Like, they're doing these worst, terrible things, but they're doing it because they think it's the right thing to do. And I adore that. Like, if you're going to show a horrible character, at least be a horrible because they think it's the right thing to do, not because they are a horrible person. Because they think they're doing the right thing. Like, that's perfect and brilliant, and I love that. To make a horrible character because you want to make a villain. Make a horrible character who is doing horrible things because they think it's the right thing to do, or because they know it's the wrong thing to do, but they want to do it, and they don't care if they're hurting people. And so I love that, like, Josh hurts people, but he doesn't recognize it because he has this idea of the right thing to do. And Era doesn't realize and recognize and has to have another person literally like sit her down and tell her all the mess she's making for the rest of the people she cares and loves. And I love that.